37-year-old Maryland mother of 5, Rachel Morin, was reported missing on August 5, 2023, at around 11:20 p.m. She left home for a run on the popular Ma and Pa Trail in Harford County and didn't return. The next day, on August 6, Rachel's car was found at the trailhead on William Street in Bel Air. Then at around 1 p.m., her body was found about 70 to 80 feet off the trail by a volunteer searching for her. She was brutally assaulted, sending shockwaves through the county. Her demise was being investigated as a slaying. Rachel was a mother to her 5 children. She was very passionate about her children and her family. She loved fashion and was a fitness enthusiast, often participating in 5-kilometer marathons and lifting weights. She enjoyed traveling when she could, and she had visited numerous places. Rachel was best described as faith-filled, loving, and adventurous. She lived her life with an infectious zest, spreading joy and love wherever she went. She could always make people laugh. Her life was a testament to the power of faith, love, and the human spirit. On the afternoon of her demise, Rachel stopped at her usual spray tanning salon on Red Pump Road in Bel Air for her daily spray tan at 2 p.m. According to a source close to the salon, all employees there knew Rachel and said that she had revealed to the staff that she was on multiple dating sites. However, for days before she went missing, she had gone public with her romance with 27-year-old Richard Tobin, who was one of the last people to see her alive. Richard, who has not been named as a suspect and helped raise alarm about his new girlfriend's disappearance, had met up with her that afternoon. After touching up her tan, Rachel told salon workers she was heading off to the gym. Richard confirmed in a now-deleted Facebook comment that they went to the gym together. The couple went to a Planet Fitness, where Rachel is a black card holder who can use any of the company's facilities. Richard's home gym is the Rock Spring Road location, which is located around the corner from the tanning salon, but employees were unable to confirm if Rachel had visited on August 5, the same day she went missing. According to an employee, Rachel mainly used the Abingdon location, which is 8 miles up the road off the Bel Air bypass. Richard had since made his social media pages private, also revealed in a now-deleted comment he dropped her off at her home shortly before 5 p.m. Rachel then went to the hiking trail and was last spotted sometime between the hours of 6 and 7:30 p.m. Investigators said they received hundreds of tips within the first week of Rachel's slaying. Harford County deputies made a public call asking people to send photos or videos that were taken on or near the trail. Police took DNA from the crime scene on the trail and put it into a national database. Rachel's family worked with criminal profiler, Pat Brown, to determine potential suspect traits to help aid in the investigation. The potential suspect traits were listed on new flyers in both English and Spanish, which were posted and handed out by volunteers near the Ma and Pa Trail in target areas. A reward of $35,000 was issued for the arrest of Rachel's perpetrator. On May 20, 2024, what would have been Rachel's 38th birthday, investigators finally uncovered a lead that led them to the suspect. The DNA from the trail matched the DNA recovered from a home invasion and assault on a young girl on March 26, 2023, in Los Angeles, California. The Harford County Sheriff's Office released a video of a possible suspect. The video shows the suspect leaving that home after the crime. A sketch of the suspect was drawn up and shown to the people in Los Angeles who were at that crime scene, and they all believe it fairly and more accurately represents the suspect. William Delbagno, special agent in charge of the FBI Baltimore field office, said their investigative genetic genealogy team traced that DNA to potential family members, and they even traveled to El Salvador to help identify the suspected perpetrator. The suspect was staying with family members in Maryland during the nationwide manhunt. His family members told detectives he had been staying with them from December 2023 until May 2024. The suspect left his family's home in early May and didn't return, only leaving behind 2 bags of clothing and a pair of shoes. DNA swabs were recovered from the items that he left behind and were processed at the Maryland State Police Forensics Lab, and they matched the DNA recovered from the crime scene. The undocumented migrant, Victor Antonio Martinez Hernandez, a 23-year-old from El Salvador, was arrested after a 10-month nationwide manhunt on June 14, 2024, at a bar in Tulsa, Oklahoma after receiving a tip that he was there. Officers said when they approached Victor at the bar, he lied about who he was and his alleged crimes. Victor was extradited to Maryland on June 18, where he has been charged with first-degree slaying and assault. His extradition began with officers in Oklahoma loading him into a plane in shackles and handcuffs. He then took the 1,200-mile flight to Maryland, landing at Martin State Airport around 12:30 p.m. He was then driven by deputies to the Harford County Detention Center. With Victor back in Maryland, Rachel's family is looking forward to getting justice for her slaying. Patty Morris, Rachel's mother, said in an emotional interview following the arrest, "It takes and shatters all the things you had put up to kind of buffer yourself from the pain, and now you have to face the reality that she really is gone, and that we've lost her." Victor was indicted by a grand jury in the Harford County Circuit Court on July 2, 2024. Harford County State's Attorney Allison Healy is pushing for the maximum sentence if Victor is convicted. The maximum penalty in Maryland is life without the possibility of parole, since Maryland does not have the end-of-life penalty anymore. Patty, Rachel's mother, said, "I was just so very grateful that they didn't give up, that she wasn't the folder on the desk that I was afraid might happen." Law enforcement believed Victor hid in a drainage culvert and attacked Rachel while she was walking. Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Gollier said, "There were times when even I questioned where was this thing going to end up, would it become a cold case? I prayed not. Our detectives never lost faith, and I think our community never lost faith." He also said, "I feel a continued sense of relief that this monster poses no threat to our Harford County community or any community in the world." What is known about the suspect is that the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement said Victor was apprehended by the Border Patrol for unlawfully entering the United States on January 19, 2023, near Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Then again on January 31, 2023, in El Paso, Texas, and again on February 6, 2023, in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. ICE said he unlawfully entered the U.S. on February 13, 2023, near El Paso, Texas, without being inspected, admitted, or paroled by a U.S. immigration officer. According to Sheriff Gollier, Victor has connections in the Washington, D.C. area, in both Virginia and Prince George's County, Maryland, and has ties to known gangs. He entered the USA after an arrest warrant was issued for the slaying of a young woman in El Salvador in January 2023. Then a month later in March he assaulted the 9-year-old girl and her mother at the home invasion in Los Angeles. Border Patrol apprehended Victor on 3 occasions in 2023 when the Title 42 public health order was in effect, which allowed the government to remove people from the country due to COVID-19. Victor was vetted, and because no criminal history was found, he was expelled. DHS says Title 42 kept them from deporting him or charging him. Sheriff Gollier said, "He wanted to come to our country, he did these horrific things in our country. I hope that he spends the rest of his days here in jail in the state of Maryland." Matt McMahon, the father of Rachel's eldest daughter, said that he felt joy, relief, and gratitude at the news of Victor's arrest, as well as sadness at the things that Rachel would never be able to experience. Their daughter, 18-year-old Faye, is set to have her own daughter this year. Matt said, "It's a happy moment and a sad moment too, because Rachel should be here for that moment and Faye should be able to give Rachel that news, to tell Rachel you're going to be a grandmother. But she can never give that news." In late November 2023, more than 100 cameras were installed on 26 poles along Harford County's Ma and Pa Trail in the months after Rachel's demise. The camera system, considered by the Harford County executive as the most advanced in the state, covers nearly every angle of 2 miles of the trail. The cameras use AI to detect potential suspicious activity or incidents on the trail, like if someone is having a medical emergency or is being attacked. When something happens, the system sends county leaders an alert so they can check it out. 1 year after Rachel's demise, her family, friends, and those who wanted to pay tribute came together for an honor and remembrance walk near the spot where her body was found. Patty placed pictures of her daughter along her final path and gave remarks before they started their walk. Victor is due back in court on October 4, 2024.